From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. The world is bracing for the fallout of tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports into the United States. The new tariffs come just a week after U.S. President Donald Trump temporarily paused his plans to hit Canada and Mexico with 25% across-the-board tariffs and a 10% tariff on Canadian energy. Meanwhile, Ontario's progressive Conservative leader Doug Ford says his province will be able to react hard and fast to U.S. tariffs on steel and aluminum.
I will use every tool in our toolbox, and we have a lot of tools here in Ontario. We're a very powerful economic powerhouse in North America, that they have a response, an appropriate response, a hard response, and it will wake up our friends south of the border. The Americans wake up real quick.
Ford is heading to Washington, D.C. this week in his role as Ontario's premier. He says his team is in constant communication with federal officials and other premiers. Federal NDP leader Jagmeet Singh says Canada should charge 100% tariffs on Tesla vehicles for as long as its trade war with the United States continues. He says an NDP government would revive Ottawa's incentive program for electric vehicle purchases, but that it would not apply to Teslas. Two federal Liberal cabinet ministers say they won't run under the new Liberal leader in the next federal election.
Justice Minister Arif Virani and Trade Minister Mary Ng are the latest cabinet ministers to opt against running in the next election. They join about a dozen of Trudeau's cabinet ministers who have declared they won't seek re-election. That comes as the Liberals face a big uphill battle trying to regain lost ground from Pierre Poilievre's popular Conservative Party. Virani says he decided to leave because his life in politics has taken a toll on his family life, but his office declined an interview. Kyle Duggan, The Canadian Press, Ottawa.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says artificial intelligence shouldn't only benefit ultra-wealthy oligarchs. He says the benefits of AI must be enjoyed by high and low-income countries, adding that technology needs guardrails, transparency, and accountability. Trudeau spoke today at a global conference on AI in Paris. In the United States, egg shortages are getting worse because of the bird flu, so more stores are limiting the number of eggs Americans can buy at one time.
With social media lighting up, showing some people overbuying eggs and grabbing up everything a store has to offer, kind of like toilet paper during the pandemic, now stores including Trader Joe's are implementing limits. Trader Joe's telling ABC News it will limit customers to 1 carton of eggs per day, no more filling up a shopping cart with eggs. Costco stores are also beginning to limit egg purchases as more Costco customers are complaining eggs are sold out within a few minutes of a store opening. Alex Stone, ABC News.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Sidney Crosby is good to go for Canada at the Four Nations face-off. The country's captain practiced with his teammates today after suffering an upper body injury last week with the Pittsburgh Penguins, costing him 2 games.
There's been a lot of questions, a lot of how are you feeling the last 5 days, so I'm excited just to get in a routine here and get back to normal.
Canada opens the round-robin tournament Wednesday against Sweden at the Bell Centre. Jennifer Jones will return to the Canadian Women's Curling Championship a year after her retirement, but this time she's coaching the world's top-ranked team. Defending Canadian and world champion Rachel Homan announced today Jones will be on the team's bench at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Richmond Hill, Ontario's Denis Shapovalov has surged back into the top 40 of men's tennis rankings after winning the biggest tournament of his career, the Dallas Open. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.